Yeah, that means you're gonna recap the last like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 rounds, 3
Okay.
rounds.
So should I just
1
start
round.
casting from what I'm looking at? Like
Yeah,
this isn't
pretty much.
some space-time continuum. I mean, Azar is already getting Azar is already losing players again in the first minute. Since she's definitely showing off a serious proficiency on the roam clear. But they're all seemingly stacked up on the hookah balk right now, not really taking advantage of their number advantage at all. But apparently 3 people just died in the span of 5 seconds. I don't know exactly what just happened. Kardama in the big window just killed 2 people. And I believe most of the team was also on the hookah balcony, so just very confusing. I'm guessing Hunter's phone died, so I'm going to just cast it. We're going back to hookah, I think for the 3rd time. Azara has had 0 luck so far.
Should I cast with you?
Yeah, you're here, so you might as well. Hunter's dead.
So you tell me I need to observe my own screen and look at your screen as well at the same time.
I don't know how confusing that'll be for you.
It's somewhat, just a little bit. But anyway, so that, yeah, we're going back to hookah billiards because this is the second time in a row that Sentry's lost this defense.
Yeah, Zara is just. I'm not sure what's happening on the roam. I expected a lot more out of.
No. Wait, you have it backwards. Sentry's on the left, Azar's on the right.
Is it?
Yeah. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, no, that's why I confused me too. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Wait.
No, welcome back, Hunter.
Can you guys hear me? Hi.
Yeah, now I can hear you. You dead, Hunter.
Okay. This is the benefits of casting on it's casting on a phone with some Apple earbuds, okay? Optimal quality.
Okay. Well, did you charge your phone? Or are you alive?
No, it's at 7% right now because I spent an hour and 30 minutes waiting in the lobby with no spectator. I wonder who caused that.
Yeah, you.
What are you talking about?
Anyway.
Well, that's going to be actually a pretty good pick right there. That's going to be a twitch off the board. And
where did that C4 come from? Like, what just happened to that man? And
I have not the slightest clue.
Kardama trades him.
That's going to be a good trade, actually. So C4 off the board, and not to mention, that is the only C4 on the defensive lineup, but that's not before the flurry kills come out, and it's actually going to be a 3-on-2 within the first 30 seconds of things. See, unfortunately, all the entries off the board. Look at that lineup. That is like a gunfight lineup I've ever seen one. You got a Twitch, a Zofia, an Ashe, and IQ. I mean, it really doesn't get more entry-like from there. So, unfortunately, the 3 core of the entries are going to fall off the board. It's going to be too slippery, and I do believe that is Murdy, if I'm not mistaken, to try and clutch things on out. Now, it's going to be a rather precarious situation to have Legion along with Maestro Instincts that I don't believe they have any eyes on the blue bar. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Murdy has been spotted out by Box's goo mine currently in him, and he's being delayed by this Legion bar. He does have frag grenades, though, so if he's able to get that perfect grenade off, he's definitely going to be able to frag out this Legion. But he's actually rotated back up blue stairs and has not been cut off. Vertical blade being set up by the smoke. Actually, it's not going to pan out into his favor as the shot is ultimately able to land.
Yeah, it's just very interesting that all these floor holes are actually working for Azara. I think that was an adjustment they needed to make because they were getting pieced on the roam in the first 2 rounds. But the smoke made a lot of really intelligent floor holes and got a bunch of kills through them. As well as that C4 to start things off. I would have loved to see that C4, but regardless, at 3-on-2, Murdy and Slippery are going to have to decide what they want to do here. There's not a lot of options. As again, you mentioned they went for a frag heavy lineup, so there's no Hibana to open like VIP or anything. They just have to push through hookah or push up vibes, or just take a gunfight in Aqua, and it looks like they're going to go for the hookah balk vibes push, which at the moment looks to be a good idea. If Slippery can get this kill on the Maestro, that'll open things up. But it's a hollow IQ versus a 81 bullet machine, and Slippery's unable to win that gunfight. I think if Slippery was able to kill the Maestro there was potentially something for Senshi, but unfortunately That's why
Even
I
then,
suggest
it's not a
I
lot
suggest
to
a
go off
ACOG. I suggest a ACOG.
of.
That's just me.
That's just you, huh?
You know, a
I
lot of
mean, it's definitely a good idea, but I mean, it's 81 bullets. Even if he had an ACOG, he slaps that right on and uses
I mean,
that
he
back
probably
for
he
the
probably loses that
revives.
fight anyway.
He's
But I'm just saying, you know, well, what do I know? I'm washed.
Oh yeah, okay.
I used to run ACOG and everything. That's the year one meta.
Maybe that's why he got relegated. Who knows?
Maybe.
But seeing as that there are no relegations here, no one can carry on that title for you within this lobby. But in all reality, that was overall really good adaptation coming out from the defense of Azera's, being able to get those floors open, as you said, and be able to get these picks. You don't really see the smoke getting the entry or the picks onto the entries. It's a very informal way of going about Siege. However, it works out nonetheless, seeing as that, well, Senshi didn't account for it. They didn't check with vertical play while droning their entries in, and unfortunately it costed them their lives. Nevertheless, we will be heading downstairs to the kitchen/service area, typically one of the more favored bomb sites alongside the hookah. Typically, we used to see in the past, Penthouse was actually one of the most favored bomb sites, if not the most favored, but we've simply transitioned away from that, and it's actually considered to be the least favorite bomb site as of now, which is quite intriguing. Why do you think we've made that transition within the competitive scene within the last year?
I think typically, you know, like Penthouse when I played in Pro League, I think people were just afraid to try like third and fourth sites as what a spawn peak from JC. I think it's his second spawn peak 2 rounds in a row. But Penthouse is a site that, you know, it was easy to, you know, get accustomed to, especially with Mira that also got released with the map, and people just weren't adventurous. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why you're seeing a lot less of those original OGs in the game, because they weren't willing to play like other sites or other, you know, or just to try different things, like maybe without a mirror, without this or that. I think the ban system changed things as well. But yeah, like I said, Kitchen, or like you said, Kitchen's Kitchen's probably survived this whole time as like a second site.
Yeah, it's never been that primary site. It's always been the secondary site,
It's always been the
ironically.
second site.
Yeah, so I mean, it's one of the very few bomb sites I say in this game that has been so consistent at being second. I don't think there's ever been another bomb site where it's just been like, okay, yeah, this is second, but the first isn't the first; it's still a second.
So the only one that comes
Typically,
close,
we'll see things fall off.
is like Cash. You know, Cash on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Now that when it got reworked.
I mean, when it got reworked, yeah, but like, you only saw Flipside play Cash back in the day. They played it like twice, and I think one of the times they like was a rehost or something because of a Hibana bug. So like, it was never like you couldn't even consider it a bomb site. With the rework, yes, it obviously got it, and it was pretty consistent. I mean, even then, some teams defend it like it's their primary bomb site. On the other side of things, though, again, it's going to be a double kill. That's going to be AC rocking things on out. Mozzie being able to shut things down for the Dokubi. Not only is that the frag grenades off the board, which cannot be utilized within this vertical play, but that's 2 whole calls that have not been utilized yet. That is absolutely crucial, especially when going on for the final take on the site. No audio in your ears, a call going off. It can definitely be very distracting, ultimately damaging to one's life, but it's not even looking good at all for the attackers at this point. It's going to be a 5v2. Make that a 5-on. Make that a 3-on-2. It's going to be a double kill and turning the seemingly unwinnable situation a little bit closer. Is it still a possibility to outright clutch this out, though? I do not believe so. They got very little time left on the clock, very little intel, and very little utility of that. 30 seconds left, and I do believe they think someone has flanked back up because they've not aligned themselves to take this site yet. Not to mention they do not even have the diffuser.
Yeah, I think Jay there could have avoided flanking up. Senchi's attack had already fallen apart thanks to his first 2 opening picks, but he gave them a chance here, though it's pretty difficult to vault through smoke and Elysian, as it's just Yoji now in a 1v3, despite his 2 nice kills there. Not going to be able to bring it back. I do think that was a pretty good round, other than the late flank up from JC. He really brought Azara back into the game. What a interesting kill cam from Boop. Okay. That's that toggle aim. That's that toggle aim. That happens with toggle aim a lot, actually. But yeah.
You run toggle aim?
Yeah, when we were on it's called Hidden Leaf, man.
Christ, man. Well, that explains so much, actually.
I mean...
all right, I'm sorry.
You saw my stats, or did you even take the stats? Terrible coach, by the way.
Shoot, I mean,
Literally useless.
I mean, it's not my fault you guys couldn't win against. Who do we
Yeah,
play?
Hunter. Yeah, Hunter.
We lost 8-6. You guys couldn't win CCTV for the life of you.
Because they were a pro league team, man. What can I say?
Straight facts, though.
XD. Yeah, JC with the barbed wire on his Mozzie this time. I think was he the one getting spawn peak C4s? He should keep the C4.
He was the one that was. Yeah.
If he's
maybe it's because of the strat. I can't see it. I don't know. I'm sure they have some kind of mindset behind it that can be reasonable. I prefer C4, honestly. A C4, that means they have no C4s on the board. First off, which is just a terrible idea, especially on Coastline.
Could it have been a mistake? We're gonna write it down as a mistake because you have a Legion, you have a Maestro. Both those operators have plenty of barb. I think Smoke's like, what? He has a shield and barb now. They're not bringing a shield for this site. I don't see the shield. Yeah, he doesn't have a shield. So they have plenty of barb. So why? It must have been a mistake for JC. I think. But regardless, Senshi looking to enter the building. Looks like they're going to go for a second floor clear. They've got their Ash Repelling Aquarium. That luggage window's open, so there is presence up top for Zara. Yoji's going to work on the quad wall likely here in Sunrise. He's going to probably... Nope. Just going to check it real quick. Again, they're going to try to clear up top as he takes out the Legion Mine with sharp eyes. I believe the roamer on the theater side for Zara went back down the stairs. It must have been JC. So there are no roamers up top for Zara now. But if you're Senshi, you have to take the time to drone all of this out, especially given we saw what JC can do. He can take over a round. And they're going to start working on this floor. I do think they should probably send someone to one of the Sunrise windows into the quad entrance window, the quad entrance wall I was talking about earlier, so they can really pressure these people on site. It just looks like everyone's above right now, looking down, which is just, it's easy for Azar to just kind of, I guess, play, for lack of better terms, play like rats, like Wolf there just did, and just kind of be out of sight and not get punished for it. You see the smoke just running around, and there's no one in that quad entrance wall to really contest him or finish him off. Finally, I think someone's going to that entrance, but is it Murdy? I'm not sure if he's droning or actually like peeking into the site or not. But a lot of vertical pressure, but not much penetration anywhere else. Like, you should have pressure in kitchen here, as Boop just missed his shots there. That should have been a kill for him. But you got to push into kitchen. You got to push in from this door. We finally see him doing it 2 minutes into the round. You just need more pressure, as JC's going to run out of getting lit. The line was really lit there. He died to the smoke. But they're just not pressuring anywhere but above. I think they just need to pressure from other directions. But it's a little too late now. They're just going to have to push down vibes and through the quad entrance door. But it's all a little too late. Barring a miracle, as that Zofia just exploded. Barring a miracle, yeah, this round's over. It's all Azara. It was decent, I would say, initiative to take up top. It was a good clear. They just didn't clear anywhere else. As Cobra gets a meaningless frag.
Yeah, they didn't take much initiative there, and that ultimately led to the downfall. There was really no intensity with that round, and there was overall really no preemptive mindset when it came to taking that. It was quite unfortunate, to say the least. However, what's not going to be unfortunate is that, Coastline, I'd say, is probably one of the more balanced maps, okay? A 3-2 split right now going into the next round. Going 3-3, going 4-2, going for either side, whether attack or defense, isn't one of the most charismatic things. It's not like, oh, this match is completely over. You are more than capable of coming back from either scoreline, and it's not too damaging to one's psyche. One thing I will ask, though, is, Benny, I need you to take over because my phone is about to die.
Oh, I'm trying to reserve and catch at the same time. You're killing me.
I'm sorry. Chat, I just want to point this out. We've been waiting for an hour and a half. So I just wasted all my phone battery doing nothing in a Discord. And I don't have a PC with me because I'm at home. Sorry. We can certainly be more than prepared for this. Come on. I'm a bot. God, have you...
Hunter, you were amazing today. You did your job, bro. You did your job other than finding the observer for the first round. You did your job. Like, you're really setting me up here, and I appreciate it, Hunter.
I'm trying to make sure you fail, Cookies. Come on.
Nice. I can tell you're
Fail.
setting me up for failure.
Trying to get that failed Pro League career, trying to get that failed gassing career. We're trying all over the place, big dog.
I hate this guy, as you can all tell. But yes, Azara's really brought this game back. It was the first 2 rounds looked like a slaughter. I thought we were about to witness a 6-0 on attack, and they have really taken control of the game like I thought they would before the game started. Like, I'm really high on Boop. I've seen him play a lot. I'm really high on Wolf. And I think I'm a fan of JC now as well. Like, they're really coming together for me.
I'd agree. Especially for what's happened so far, how great to start yourself from Senshi. The fact that Azara so far has been able to come back and show what Senshi they can do is really good on Azara, and definitely something we didn't expect in a sense too. Especially start from Senshi as well. They seem very, very dominant at start.
And I think with Senshi, it's just they're not really attacking from multiple directions. A lot of their pushes have been one-dimensional. They got away with it the first 2 rounds, but again, Azara, they're making floor holes, they're flanking up, they're hitting crazy spawn peak C4s, and they're just kind of reading Senshi as they're going to lightly drone on office, but not clear it directly. I'm not sure where Slippery got that kill. Through a window. Man tried to crack a window and get a freebie.
Yeah,
but
Slippery starts off on a straight. Like he's watching off those rotates and those peaks, those jump outs. Because you saw Azara so far. Azara's been very aggressive on the jump outs. So it's not too crazy to kind of almost expect that now for Senshi.
Yeah, especially I don't think they're clearing below. I think they're just straight pushing into sight through the sunrise door or the hookah door, actually. And
I'm
wow,
trying to cast and I'm also trying to.
You're fine. They took full control through the hookah door and the big window. There was the man was the maestro, I believe, was pinned behind the bar, and it just once he died, it all has flared into this. There's little to no hope for Azara on this round. I think they lost all 3 of their hookah defenses, actually. In dominant fashion. And, you know, I wonder at what point when do you blacklist the site, you know? Because that's when Senshi has looked good, on that site only. So I'm not sure what they need to fix, Azara. Whether it's their site anchoring positions. And because it's not like Senshi's, like, they're not coming from crazy directions. They're not coming from the 90 hallway. They're not coming from Aquarium. They're just repelling on the big window, and they're repelling on hookah and pushing in the hookah door. That's it. They're not even going below in a sunrise. So it just begs the question: how are the anchors finding themselves in positions where they can't deal with such a, I would say, one-dimensional push?
It's somewhat of an individual push. At least they're covering their angles, they're covering the crossfires, expecting that aggression from Azara. But yeah, I agree. It's very one-dimensional here from Senshi. It's the reason why they've lost a lot of these rounds, and the reason why like Hookah's didn't well for them, because they know those angles they need for that one-dimensional push. But when it comes to these more open sites like kitchen or double bar, it's harder to do that because there's not as many angles to hold, or not as many like obvious angles to hold.
You've got to. I feel like you have to make it happen on more than just one level, like I talked about, where they were just bucking above but not really pushing anywhere else. That works on hookah sometimes, but it's not going to work on kitchen. It's not. I'd wager to say it would work on penthouse too, probably, but no one plays it. But
because penthouse is a death trap.
Yeah, penthouse is just you're stuck.
You say that, but actually, mirror's available, so penthouse isn't that much a death trap to actually use right now. It's surprising, but they're not bringing him either.
Yeah, especially considering those guys, like they're not using the buck to clear below or anything. They're not using them to buck, upwards to left for like a mirror, right? They're just kind of bucking, keeping them on windows and using them like, other than when they attacked blue bar, they didn't really buck the floor all that well, I would say. But
very true. Yep.
I think that's something these teams will figure out as they stick together longer, that, you've got to make those adjustments. Like, if you're losing on hookah, try penthouse with the mirror. Do something different and throw off a team that's one-dimensional and pushing one-dimensionally. But Azara, looking to be clearing from VIP penthouse side. Unlike Senshi, they're going to be pushing, I believe, the 90 hallway ultimately here. But they're only all pushing penthouse right now. No one coming from Aquarium so far just yet. But they've got 2 minutes. The drone is
either way, to end
under the map.
3 is pretty good for both teams, though. It still kind of makes it an empty slate. Almost kind of begs to think that we're going to go to a OT as well.
I think this goes all the way. I like what Azara is doing so far on attack. so far. But they're not really pressuring Aqua. They're only coming from the 90 hallway and penthouse so far, and luggage. Which may be their downfall here. I think they need to start pressuring Aqua. No one pushing in from below either for Azara. I think that was the hookah door that just got shot out. And he is launching impacts at the Maestro on 90. Still no pressure. Now they're starting to drone out Aquarium. And I believe someone impacted one of those gridlocks as well as pressure. That's good. Play out of the roamer. They are going to start pushing into Aquarium now. And they've got the Ash getting ready to pressure 90 as well. So it's going to be a multi-pronged push. The Zophia's there as well. It's going to be a hookah door 90 and Aqua push for Azara. As they take out the Maestro on site holding. The smoke pushes out from couches. Takes out the Ash. The Capital is killed. The Zofia misses her shots. Yoji holding down this 90 hallway pretty well here. Fendry's going to push in and try to trade out Yoji though. But Yoji again. Just a wall. And it's just up to Ash. Is he... Nice flick. Nice flick on a Yoji. It's a 1v2. The Ash is downed. 90 hallway. She's not getting picked up. You've got a man on the hook wall playing bullet holes, and you've got a man, I believe, on bases who's getting pinged. So he's got to win this gunfight. I don't know if that's one he could win though. It just came down to the 90 push faltering there. Two players were just taken out by Yoji.
Yeah, that was a very divided push from us, from Azara, which, you know, you were kind of talking about how we saw one-dimensional ones from Senshi, but Azara trying to do that, you know, make it a little more complex, make it a little more ridiculous, a little more, you know, divided, not do one-dimensional, not be one place. But at the same point, then you saw Senshi just win most of their fights, though. I'll say every single one fights, most of their 1v1s in the situations.
What's funny, you say 1v1, that was actually a 2v1 on 90. Yoji killed one man, and the guy behind him didn't trade on the Yoji. Probably client-sided smoke. But then Yoji just finished him off too, and then that just shut down the whole push. I think the Capital pushed in hookah balcony, and he also got... That's a pretty hard push. That relies on the 90 push working. You know, see how that works? It's like you know, one's got to hit their shots, and then you have an opening. And if, you know, those two guys 90, if they kill Yoji there, that's, in my eyes, definitely an Azara round. Like, they fit the bill for attacking in a triangle, which is what I like to call it. They just didn't win their fights. But good play from Yoji, though. I mean, that definitely was that was a highlight there. Yoji definitely.
Big thing is just like, I guess maybe what do you think they didn't do with utility, or how do you think they should have pushed out Yoji in that sense? Is just maybe win the fights, or maybe
I think they do it? You saw the Capital was flaming, cool vibes. So the people 90 shouldn't have been looking at the cool vibes base area. They should have been looking at Yoji. I'm not sure if they were, and they just lost their fights. But the Capital used his utility. I imagine the Zofia stunned. It's just Yoji's just. You know, it's just one of those moments where it's like Yoji's just better in that moment.
Yeah, Yoji's SMG-11 was just on it every single time.
He was just winning. As we do see the mirror coming out for Senshi, the one that's facing in the lobby. I'm not sure where the other one is. Likely, as one's already pushing in blue bar. I think they're gonna pinch out this dock. Boop. Very aggressive play. That's exactly how you have to play that. Push from multiple directions. You drone him out, and you just gotta go. You gotta win your fights, and that's what he did. Though he did shoot that man in the back. Now, I believe the second mirror is upstairs because we see two blue outlines up top. I'm not sure who they are. Two blue outlines up top for Senshi. So they've got two people up top, two people on site, and already they're pinched out. They've lost Sunrise. They have a man on service door with all this utility. It doesn't seem like Azara is interested in taking up top. Just a pure first floor take. As they're going to take out this Maestro and likely go for it. No, not quite. It looks like the Ash had other plans in mind. Not sure where she's going. Interesting. Lion pushes in. That push just fell apart. It had good potential, but I think the gridlock even throws smokes there. If the gridlock had thrown smokes, you noticed how that quad wall has a rotational there?
Yeah, I saw that as well.
If the gridlock had thrown smokes, because they have the utility. They have the utility. But the Capital was using his on service door and died. The Ash decided to run up cool vibes. Not sure why. And then the gridlock had the two smokes as well that she could have used for the swing in a sight. I call that the smoke and swing. And on kitchen site where you just smoke off that rotational and you just push through the kitchen door and take out the guys in sight. And they had the guy on service door as well, implying if that didn't work, they had the pinch going. Again, they have everything going, and they're either not winning their fights, or that was just a very weird decision by the Ash to just run up the stairs. Not sure where she is going.
Yeah, that was a bit of a push that just didn't need more thought to it from Azara, but a good try either way.
Just need to coordinate that better, because again, they have the right idea. They just have to, like Ash. You're Ash. You can't just run away when your teammates start dying. You go in there and you trade that, and he could have got a 2-piece there, but he decided to go upstairs. It's very interesting.
You have to wonder what the intent is and what the what the unified goal is here for that attack. What was your goal? What were you trying to plant out? What were you trying to do?
I don't think that was a plant push. I think that's a we frag out push, and the cap died. Potentially Wolf's the IGL maybe, and he just I don't know that much about Azara, but I know that the way that like transpired definitely seemed like a IGL breakdown and a coordination breakdown. I think they have the right idea. It's just not coming out quite right. And a lot of it is just sometimes it's just Senchi's hitting shots on people at the right moment. Got to credit them.
Definitely credit the timing and the gunfire of Senchi. I did figure it out. And so we're coming down to 5-3 in the favor of Senchi for the moment, actually. So you think that this is starting to go away from Azara. Senchi's starting to pull away, which is a bit of an issue.
Still a little bit, but I think, again, these rounds are winnable for them. They just gotta, not lose their minds, calm down, and play. Execute your strats, and you can come back and win the game. Almost takes out Doc, but he's Doc. A nice shot onto that Jaeger from JC. This is what I'm talking about. If they start hitting their shots and hitting their executions, that was a very good execution there onto the roamers. 2 of them iced down quickly, and another one looking to test the hot water there, the Ash. As JC's already pushed up in this hallway here under the cam. He's got to slow down though. He's got to coordinate with his teammates. Again, this is what I'm trying to emphasize with Azara. They've got to coordinate. Doc's behind the shield, but his teammate's not helping him with it. He can't win that fight from that angle with the ACOG, I don't think. Like, that flame came late. Does take out the shield that the Doc was hiding behind, but he gets pushed up on and traded. I think the Ash trades him out. Ash trades out that. Murdy is in a hell in a cell. He's fighting 2 different players while being lioned. But I think JC's got to make a push here on this Doc from behind. Wolf's way too low on hit points. He can't take that fight directly. But he actually does. My bad, Wolf. You're crazy. Now Slippery in a 1-on-3. Seems to not have much of an idea of where the attackers are. And there you go. Zara finally executing, and they're finally able to make one of their pushes work in terms of just gunfights.
Yeah, that was a very good push. It was a treacherous hit, though. It was not too crazy, but definitely really good just overall strategy from Azara. Definitely when it pinches the roaming out, then making the way onto site, and just not taking too, again, like you said before, it's not taking it too quick. Slow it down, think about it, and execute. And that was just a really good revision from Azara compared to the round before that.
I saw some very serious maturity from JC there. He didn't keep peeking the Doc behind his shield, without help from his teammate. He backed up a little bit, and I think that's what won the round. That's a huge difference between being an ordinary player and being a great player, is knowing when to push and how to take fights. And that was very good from JC.
Very good. So let's see. So now we 5-4 there. 1 round from tying it up for Senchi. Now we're going back to Hookah and Billiards, though, a site they've had an issue before. What do you think they need to do to win this site, though?
Again, I just think if they bring the same energy they brought this last round on Kitchen and they bring it to this site, they're going to win this round too. Yeah, because they seem to. I don't know if Azara has a coach or if they have, a really smart IGL. Yeah, but I want to learn more about this team after watching this. But I think that they're showing that they're intelligent enough to push from different directions. Like I said, attack in a triangle. You push from different directions. You push coordinated and use your utility. They're doing that. And I think that's all you have to do to be a good team, especially an attacking team. Just coordinate, be on the same page, and win your fights. They're definitely showing a lot of potential in my eyes.
Definitely agreed here. There. Last time we saw them attack this site, though, they definitely seem like they have an issue when it comes to last time they had a good push into 90, but they needed to push they pushed in 90, but they had. I remember the one was on the window of Hookah I said before, and they couldn't make that push because the 90 push didn't work as well. So hopefully this time they have a better strategy, one that works out this time at least.
They just coordinate better because I think that their attacks are just better thought out than Senchi's. Maybe Senchi's saving. This is an invitational qualifier, and I'm not sure how Senchi's results were in the other 3 qualifiers, but definitely not very complex on attack for Senchi compared to Azara. But same type of shield here. Honestly, I can't say I'm a fan of that shield because you're really you're kind of set up to die if you don't ban Capital. There's just no real, as Cobra is caught off by Estrella, just pushes in. Had a drone. They had a drone on the Legion there, and they had a drone on Kodama as well. So again, they have good attacks here. They just are they going to take the fight though? Are they going to over-aggress and take this fight? No, they're going to just they're just going to gridlock it off and continue with their push. They don't have to do anything to Karama here, as they're seemingly pushing from a lot of directions. Again, you've got a man Hookah Balk, Aqua. The big window's open. That's a lot of pressure on sight. And Kardama, I think, is going to have to make something crazy happen on that luggage flank. Even though it's gridlocked and Claymore, you just got to find the timing and disrupt this attack. Because right now, if there's anyone pushing in, I think that's where luggage, right?
Yeah,
how did he just get downed? How did that man just get downed? Probably a bullet hole?
I think it was bullet hole, yeah, because the Maestro was peeking from that hole as well. So I think the second he looked away.
Oh my god. Kardama just put that man in a body bag. And yeah, again, I just think they just got, I want to say that Senchi, I didn't see it on camera, but I want to say that Senchi just kind of pushed him and peeked him at the right moments. And just kind of ripped up attack apart. So I mean, again, like that happens. When you have a team like Senchi that's really talented, a lot of guns, you know, it's really easy for just 1 or 2 of those freaks to just throw a hole in your entire attack, pretty much. With just gun skill, pure gun skill. As Wolf's going to crouch walk in.
That's why they can get away with these one-dimensional attacks, too, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, like definitely you see it here.
Since she has some serious gun skill. That shot Kardama just hit was... Yeah, exclamation point sense. That's all I can say. That was crazy. I am curious how those. I don't know if those two players from Azara just died. I want to say seemingly out of nowhere. I don't know if they got killed from bullet holes, they peeked too far, or if they pushed too early. I don't have that oversight, but I do know that Senshi players hit shots on them at the right moment before the attack was set up. Again, they were set up in the right spots. But it's just Senshi, their gun skill took over. I'm very curious to see, though.
And they're backs against the wall for Azara.
Yeah, is Azara going to be able to pull off 2 attacks in a row? It's just... You just can't say enough about the gun skill of Senshi that they've displayed. Did you happen to catch if they pushed 90 that last round? Because I don't think they did. I think that was just a pure, what's it called, hookah door and aquarium.
I think it was a pure hookah door, but I'm trying to remember as well. But I'm also just saw last round, so
yeah, I don't think they, I don't think they pushed from penthouse that time. I mean, given what Yoji did to them the last time that they pushed there, you know. Maybe they said, let's not do it again, let's not try them again, or maybe I just didn't see it, but definitely, I think that was maybe what was missing. There was no 90 pressure, so they were just swinging.
It seemed like they did gridlock off luggage, and nobody was pushing like penthouse or VIP or theater, so I'm assuming it did seem like they weren't going for that kind of push.
Yeah, I don't think they pushed that way. I think, you know, like, and again, that's why I said you got to stick to your guns, and you can win the game. When you start doing things that, you know, oh he killed us, he pieced us last time he did that, you know, you're not paying attention to why he pieced you, but you're just going to say, I'm just not going to do it again. You can't do that. I think you have to stick to what you know, stick to your attacks. If they're working and they're not working, just stick to them and try to figure out those little nuances that, you know, especially when you're dealing with a team like Senshi. Sometimes it's just they gunned you. that doesn't mean you need to change your whole mindset. I think that's very important. As the Zofia, yeah, that's not an angle you need to be taking. He had to have been aware that the floor was open there. Typically, when there's floor holes in blue bar like that, they're absolutely going to be looking at you from lobby. You just have to be aware of that. Boop goes down pretty much for free. Estrella's on the roof looking a little confused. Last time Azara went, they attacked the site, it was a pure first floor take. There was no second floor clearing, and I think Sinchi's aware of that now. Especially given the floor holes in blue bar. I think they made those. I think that was an adjustment. So
yeah, this seems like a lot of times when they lose players too for a Zara game, they tend to lose themselves a little bit too. Like they lost to Zofia very quickly in that round, and now it's coming down to just kind of like trying to figure out what to do next for them, and they trying to figure they lose themselves a little bit. Maybe it's because the IGL is maybe experienced enough, or what do you think on that point?
It has to be. I mean, because I have to only assume that Zara has a lack of experience. That's probably knock against them. They're all probably really good players. As he's gonna, again, I think Wolf pushed too early there. The rest of his team wasn't pushing with him, but they are pushing through the site, but there's nothing there for him. JC does find that kill, though. It does down another. It's a 2-on-3, and the Lion, where is he? Where's Lion? Where's Lion, man? He's nowhere nearby. Again, I just think they're just a step or two away from being coordinated enough to beat Sinchi. In my eyes, I think Sinchi's a favorite for CL next season. But they're right there. I think they just have to, or Zara is right there. They just have to coordinate their attacks better, especially on a map like this, against gun skill like this, because that's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna be able to beat a team like Senshi. As a less experienced team, you have to coordinate. You have to be coordinated. That has to be your strength.
Yeah, definitely. Very true. Especially in Coastline, too. Coastline, one of those maps where it's versatile. A lot of, not say running and gunning, but a lot of just quick movements happen. A lot of quick plays happen. You have to be ready for them, and you have to be the gun skill to go with it. And so, GG's to both teams. Azara definitely close, though. You were really close. It wasn't like there was a blowout. There was a lot of rounds that could go either way. So I definitely see Senshi and Azara. Senshi definitely, I definitely want to see them in seal calls, but there's also a lot of teams here that are showing up. Especially a lot of ex-pros, too, being putting together new teams, too.
Yeah, I mean, but Senshi is showing a lot. Like, that was a lot of just straight up, I'm better than you moments that Senshi kind of showed. But yeah, that was a pretty good game. Like I said, I expected a lot from watching the Azara players. I knew it wouldn't be like they're just going to come in and lay down to Senshi. I knew it was going to be a close game. Hopefully they, watch the VOD back and they pick up on those little things that are losing them rounds. If they do that, they're right there. They're right there with any other team. My eyes. Senshi that's a good measuring stick. But I'm curious. I'm curious who we're going to see next.
So wrap this up. This is round 5. Round 6 is at 10 p.m. EST, which is in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So you can end the stream. What are you going to do for 30 minutes?
I have an illustrious waiting screen that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna put on some stock music, and I'm gonna walk away and drink some water. Again, this is me and Benny. AU Gold Hunter Cash started out casting with me, but he has technical issues. Thank God for Benny AU Gold, everybody. I love this man. Did a great job observing, great job casting with me. We're gonna go to break. Yes. Am I missing something?
I don't think you are. I think you're good.
Let's go. Cue the waiting screen.
Oh, Cookies, you there? Yo, so can you download a program called Parsec? Actually, I want to try something else for this because if we're gonna be streaming, if I'm casting with you for this next game, I want to try something else since I'm observing.
What's it called?
Parsec. It's Parsec Gaming. It's a program used for screen sharing / like you can use it for LAN games too, like co-op games, like local co-op games. Has like sub-second delay when it comes to that. It's also like super easy to use.
I like the sound of sub-second. Okay. Is it like what's it called? What's that thing called? I'm having a stroke. I can't remember.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's
Don't say that, man.
What's it called? Watch with me or watch together. Is it like that, but just like better?
Sort of is. Yeah, it's like that, but better. Yeah, I guess you can put. Oh yeah, it's like that, but better.
Okay. It is installing now.
All right, cool. I'll be right back. Let me get some food real quick before the next game starts.
Okay.
All right, cookies. I'm back with Chasu and rice.
I think the next round started. I think.
What's up?
I think the next round already like started.
Did it? No, it did. Oh, it did actually.
the
Did.
matches are
Shit.
here.
Katsu versus Century. Did you pick a match or no?
I have not picked it yet because I didn't even notice.
Pick one quick. Pick one quick, man. Katsu versus Century. You got Zara Gang versus Pog Champ. You got Revenant Esports Revenge. I feel like Azara versus Pog Champ would just be Pog Champ kicking the crap out of Azara. Katsu versus Century might be good. Might be. Even though because Katsu's been on quite a tear lately.
Okay, yeah. I really gotta see this because I wanted to watch Katsu versus what's it called, Pog Champ. I think was first round today, and we missed that. It was so heated.
Right,
this is gonna be a good one.
All right, if you got Parsec running, let's get this going so we don't not too late on this and everything.
Okay.
All right, so you're on. If you're logged in, did you verify email? Because you have to do that before you can access on this computer.
Doing that right now.
All right, did you make an account to it or something? Is it just cookies, or what'd you make it?
It's cookies R6. No
All right,
spaces.
Cookies R6. I got you. I sent you a friend request.
Holy crap! I got my email is just full of follow. You gotta follow. You gotta follow. Jesus. Okay, I think I confirmed it.
Alright, cool. And then I should see my friend request in your top right of the screen for Parsec. Let me make the custom lobby.
Benny Ayo. Yeah.
Alright, cool. So once you have that, if you go to the top, you should see my computer in the list of computers to connect to. Just hit connect on it, and then I will approve you.
Okay, it says AU computer.
Yeah.
Okay, it still says I have to confirm, so I'm just gonna restart. Real quick.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
I can learn to.
Let me start
Nice,
inviting these
bro.
guys anyway too over here.
What the?
So Century and
What's it called again?
Parsec.
Parsec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being trolled because I definitely confirmed it.
Hashtag trolled. Oh, what's that for fucking Katsu? Oh,
Okay, now I can
Macros.
connect. Okay.
Alright, cool. Yeah, let me get macro up here. Alright, cool. You hit connect, let me get that as well. There you are. So tell me
Wow,
if
that's
there's
cool.
actually I can't tell the sound or not though. I can't tell you. You have to tell me if the sound or not. I think this should be at least though.
Okay.
Yeah, macro up real quick.
I don't see a volume button.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's-
on my side. You'll hear it. It says you might have to lower it on your side.
Okay.
As well. Let's see. Did you hear that noise?
No,
Do you
I hear
hear that?
nothing. I literally hear nothing.
Let me change it. Back off. Let me see if I can change the settings real quick so you can hear that. Not too bad, who you baby?
Yeah, I don't even hear you talk to this guy like you're just talking. I don't see it. I don't hear it.
You don't hear, ooh baby. Shit, because I have Parsec on B and it should be on B as well, so it should be hearing this. B, Parsec's on 2 of B as well. River 6 Siege is on B. Probably on B as well, I guess. Alright, let's try, I guess you can try reconnecting and disconnect and reconnect. I'll kick you and then reconnect real quick and see if it puts it on there. So yeah, I disconnected you. Try reconnecting real quick and see if you can hear it or not. I gotta add freaking what's her faces. Cobra, Birdie. Concert and Century. There you are. So you gotta get the exit that. And then
Okay, I hear the menu. I heard the menu just then.
Did you? Alright, cool.
Okay.
Alright, they can pick coastline.
Oh, you know, no way we get to see coastline again. We get to see how Katsu handles
Yeah.
it. That'll be funny. Okay. I've never watched games back to back to back to back to back like this. This is cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm
dude,
enjoying
casting
this.
multiple games can be freaking ridiculous sometimes.
Especially the same team.
Are you gonna do close qualifiers? Because qualifiers are all best of threes.
Oh, I'm 1,000% doing that, and I'm gonna train like Goku in the time chamber to cast 3 maps in a row. But I'm doing it.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy sometimes, but you get used to it. You get used to it. It's so much more fun when you see a best of 3 because you see the teams just play again and again, and then they show their strats off more and more, and they get more into it. Best of 1s can be annoying because you only see so much. You only see so much.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, well, I think for you, is basically, I know you definitely have the analytical skill, you have the mind for it. You just got to get more into like the shoutcasting part of it.
Yeah, I just gotta get more comfortable. Like towards the end of that second map, I definitely was feeling comfortable.
Yeah,
So-
I definitely agree. You get more and more comfortable talking and figure out what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Like for me, I kind of take it like you're just talking, man. It's like it's not like to be too nervous about.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called? Cernab was telling me that, like, you know, it's at its core, it's literally
Matt.
just talking.
What's up?
Do you hear them?
Yeah, I hear him.
Weren't you champ?
Yeah.
Weren't you champ?
What the fuck?
It's called cheaters, it's called solo queuing, and it's called throwers.
I got one more for you.
What'd you say?
Tragic. I said I got one more for you, and that's tragic.
Let me find out. I played 4 games straight with cheaters, dude.
How
Try
loud is it for
losing
you? Is it
4
too loud?
days in a row, 50 plus points, and then the 5th day, 108 points. Not fun.
Bro, I feel that on a spiritual level.
Imagine not beating cheaters. Feels bad.
So will this be like the last like round? I'm noticing there's like less and less teams. Compounded with the fact that like nobody played like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this qualifier is a lot smaller compared to the rest of them. Like the previous one before was like 60, 70, 80.
Yeah,
This one
okay.
has 20 teams in it.
Now that I think about it, we missed the first round today. They only played. What the heck? Makarov is so stupid, bro. Yo, mute that guy.
Game.
What
Listen,
noise
since
was
his
that?
wallet's not
Shut it
working,
down.
we might have to
Is
get
this
the
guy for
coach up in
real?
there.
Oh my!
He's
Oh, not Pred.
Makarov is not serious, bro. Makarov is canceled for that.
Canceled.
Bro, I'm thinking like my PC just exploded or something. This guy is turned into a freaking.
Oh wait! I almost forgot. So you need to put your stream back in a delay though, before we keep going.
Okay.
So you gotta put it on a
Restart.
270 delay.
Where's the delay button, bro? I don't stream in. There it is. 270.
Yeah, 270. Yeah, we can't since we're now using this. This has no delay anymore.